are single ladies at? Raise your hand. We got single ladies? Okay. We got a few. Loves it. Loves it. Love you. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
The New York Times is reporting that women are so fed up with dating men that there's a term for it. Heterofatalism. The belief that heterosexual relationships are doomed to fail. So what do we think about this idea of heterofatalism? Do you agree? Yeah. I'm dying to know.
The men are very quiet in the audience. Very quiet.
Like, what did we walk into today?
I definitely do not agree. I think this is a really cynical take on relationships, and it makes me a little bit sad. Listen, don't get me wrong. I have had conversations after a fight, and maybe we can just speak amongst friends, but like with my girlfriends sitting around where you're like, oh my God, I would just love to just like either start dating women right now and like forget about men, or move into a village with just women and like, you know, like Golden Girl style, and you know, have some gay friends come over and like whatever. You just do your own thing. But that, like, I think the bottom line is that relationships are hard. And like, that's the thing. No matter what, full stop, relationships are hard. So to pin this all on men or heterosexual relationships, I think is just like...
But wouldn't you agree? Okay, you're right, relationships are hard. The three of us, I know, have been in very long-term relationships. It's not all roses. It's not, No, I don't mean to point you out. What I'm saying is... No.
Relationships are hard. Dating is even harder, baby.
Yes, no, you're right.
The dating to find the man who's going to stress you out is even harder.
But my point here is the idea that you're right. Relationships are hard, but what I think the culture allows is the idea to even have the word heterofatalism seems to be okay. Some people might even giggle at it because it seems to be that our culture is okay with us kind of male bashing. Yeah. Our culture is okay with us saying, well, the stereotype is all men are cheaters, they're all lazy, and they all just want to find the next young hottest thing. And I think that I have a really big problem with that. I really, really do, because a lot of men in my life that I know are not that. And I think our culture is okay with like male bashing. So the idea of heterofatalism, it almost makes it sound like we women, while we know we're fabulous, we are not perfect. But it's almost like when stuff goes down in a relationship, it's very easy for the culture to accept that it must be always the male's fault, as if we are perfect, and we are not.
Andrea, what do you think?
Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you asked me that question, Jess Allen. I'm going to take this one. Okay, so hear me out. I think that for heterosexual women, a man can be your greatest pleasure. You meet the right person, it can create a whole family and generations, and can be wonderful. But also for women, if you meet the wrong person, this could be the worst thing that ever happened to you. And it's very complex, and we cannot forget that women are disproportionately affected by intimate partner violence and sexual assault. 88.8% of women experience sexual harassment via dating apps, ranging from unsolicited explicit content and in-person harassment. And let's not forget, we can even go lighthearted and be like, there's a Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy? This is a group that's across cities. You guys, see how the women are nodding? This is a Facebook group across North American cities where women are like, I dated this guy, I'm putting his face out there just so another woman doesn't have to go through this. Or are we all dating the same dude? So when you have those types of experiences, and then we have our own individual experiences, but at the same time, society and friends and moms and aunties are expecting us to still be hopeful and effervescent about meeting the love of our life. It's a little bit of a push and pull. It's like, we know that you want the best for it, but it's a very complicated situation. So I don't think it's so much that men are all bad. It's just really hard out there to find decent people, and it's unsafe. Like when I go on dates, I don't think any of my male friends, when they go on a first date, I'm gonna point out Coco. Coco's in here, he's dating. I don't think Coco has to do this. Coco's gonna, Coco's, okay. Here's, come out here, Coco.
Look at him,
Oh my God.
Right? Coco! By the way, ladies, he's single, available, and a very lovely man. But I'll tell you the difference. When I go on a first date, I have to text one of my friends or family to be like, here's who I'm going out with. If you don't hear from me in 24 hours, this is his name, this is his phone number, this is where I met him. When Coco goes on a first date, Coco, do you ever have to do that?
Okay, wait a minute.
So there's a reality of that.
You took the word fatalism very literally, and I respect that. I do understand that. In this article, the author wrote, this is a quote, "The men I want are not wanting me badly enough, not communicating with me clearly enough, not devoting themselves to me." And that to me, I was
well,
just
that's
like,
one woman's take.
I know, but that's, she wrote the article.
Yeah,
so I was just like, it sounds like you're expecting something out of like, I don't know, rom-com.
Fairy tale?
Or like, A Court of Roses and Thorns or whatever. You know, like this is not a relationship. So to me, I don't know. One of the greatest things that ever happened to me in my relationship early on, that early stage of my relationship with Jason, was I said, like, are you gonna love me forever? He's like, I don't know.
At least he was honest.
And at the time I thought, like, oh, that's a very unromantic thing to say, but it was actually a level set of, like, you know, relationships are work. You have to work at them. You both are constantly changing. And I think that what a lot of women, straight women, are going into is having completely irrational expectations about what a relationship will look like. That doesn't mean you shouldn't expect good communication. That doesn't mean if you negotiate it, you shouldn't expect commitment. But there's a lot of stuff that is expectations based on, like,
A fairy tale, but we were also sold bad fairy tales.
That is true. That
But
is
then
true.
there are also a lot of men who are pretending to be in relationships and be in love with women, and they have several women on the go at the same time.
I don't know any of those
And
men.
I know those
I
guys.
don't know
You know
any
what?
of
But
those
you've
men.
also been
guys.
off the market for a very long
But I have
time,
lots
my
of male
friend.
friends.
It's
Sorry,
been-
you go.
No,
You
no,
go.
no,
It's been
that's
decades.
what I said. Like, it's not that I don't believe you, but it's hard for me to reconcile the guy friends I have in my life with this story. Like, I can't imagine that they would be that different as a friend versus as a partner.
Let me clear that up. I always, knowing a man as a friend, a platonic friend, and
Yeah.
being in a relationship with him can be two very different men.
Really?
Thank you. Two very different people.
Maybe
I don't think
So-
men are smart. I don't think men are smart enough to be Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh,
Like,
really?
to have two different
You know what?
personalities.
Leave Simon and come to the dark side and find out for yourself, my friend. You will find
maybe
out.
there is a middle ground. Like, listen, what we do know about women and the feminist movement is that over the last 50 years, maybe less than that, maybe 30 or 40 years, something has shifted between the genders. It's true. We are graduating university at higher numbers than ever. We are finally getting those jobs. We are
buying houses.
We are financially independent. There has been a massive gender reckoning that has been long overdue because history is patriarchal. We've always been at the bottom of the ladder. So is it possible that there's a middle ground in this conversation? Women have we have evolved leaps and bounds from where patriarchy has oppressed us, and have men been able to catch up and keep up with that change? That's a fair question to ask, but does that mean that all men are Neanderthals? No.
Here's it. We're not saying that they're Neanderthals, but if you could stop sending those unsolicited pictures of your genitals, that would be a step in the right direction. I'm not asking for much. You don't have to have the down payment. Just stop doing that stuff. Right?
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.